my love, you who gave birth to me. Ryan Little.
What is going on today, YouTube fam? I'm bringing you guys another new and also very, I thought this is a very needed video. It's completely personal, completely what I feel about it. Thank you guys once again for checking out the channel, watching the videos. If you guys can do me a favor and give me that thumbs up, because that helps out the channel so much. You guys don't even understand. Thumbs up. You guys have been killing it with the previous videos. If we can keep doing it like this, man, I'm telling you, I'm really grateful. I'm really appreciative, and thank you guys so much. So, purpose of this video today is going to be so that way we can, or I'll talk about the top 3 mods you want to get done to your 6.7 Cummins engine for under $100, okay? Once again, personal opinion. This is how I feel about it. I think that it is something good. You can never go wrong with cheap mods that are going to have good longevity for your truck. If you guys have been watching all my previous videos and, you know, on the channel and stuff lately or in the past, you should at least know one mod I have that's going to be in the top 3 for under $100. I could have done a top 3 under $10, but that's real hard on the 6.7, on the engine at least. So yes, this is going to be a real quick, short video to the point, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Coming in at number 1 is going to be grid heater delete. Okay, so you guys, I know it's hard to see a whole lot on this one because it's covered up, but I'm going to go over here and we're going to talk about it. So this is a grid heater for a 6.7 Cummins, okay? It looks a lot different than the one for a 5.9 Cummins, because the 5.9 Cummins is like, just like this, it looks like a little brick right here, but now they opened it up, pretty much doubled it in width, so more air can flow into the cylinders. So this right here is your grid heater, okay? That's what it looks like. It's nothing but a bunch of little grids going down across your, I don't even know what this is called, the plate. So pretty much why I recommend this as a delete, in all honesty, unless you live where it gets absolutely freaking cold, I'm talking Northeast, Midwest, Canada, like I'm talking bad winters, it's not needed. It really is not. It actually puts a strain on your batteries and your alternator when you first start it up. I don't know if you guys ever noticed it, maybe so, but when you first start up your truck, and let's say it's a little chilly outside or a little colder outside, and you see the volts on your battery drop down, you come back up, they'll drop down to like 8 volts, and they'll go back up to like 12 or 14, whatever it is, and then they'll drop back down after a little bit. That's this grid heater pulling power from your batteries, because what it does is it cycles on and off. It's kind of like an AC unit for, like, you know, a house or something, where once it gets to a certain temp, it'll kick out. Same concept. This will heat up and then it'll cut off. Heat up, cut off. And what happens is that zaps your battery. All right. And this is it's one plug. It's just this, I think it's this screw here. It's either that one or that one. I don't remember when I took it off. I have the video on it. Oh, it's this one. Here we go. This is the one where you take the negative terminal off. But like I was saying, it's not needed. It is really not needed. I live in North Carolina and it gets cold here. You know, it gets pretty cold, and my truck cranks up. Obviously, I always try to let my truck warm up as much as possible, even if it's a warm day. If it's been sitting overnight and it's the first start of the day, me trying to start my truck to let it warm up is kind of like tradition. It's just, I try to make it a habit. Some days I'm in a rush where I can't do it, but most of the time I try to make time to where I can do it. It's highly recommended. It's good for the engine. It's good for the trans. Okay, so back to the grid heater. With the grid heater, you're restricting your air. I mean, it's pretty obvious right here. When you do a grid heater delete, it is pretty much this, except none of this. It's all cleared out. Now you can do a little homebrew where pretty much all you do is you pretty much gut this out. You can do that if you really want and you don't have the money, or you just want to do it. But what I highly recommend is going on eBay or Google, or if you have somebody that can sell it to you, and get you a grid heater delete plate. Okay, it's not hard to install. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I'm like one of the first YouTubers to come out with a how to do it, like step-by-step tutorial. It's a pretty good video. It's not hard at all, and you can see the new plate. all back there, all that billet aluminum, that's all part of the new grid here delete. And all it is it's just the open hole there. So now I got the, like, in terms of induction, like, I'm doing pretty good between the Mishimoto, the intake manifold, the grid heater delete. The only thing I'm lacking in is a turbo, but that is in due time. So it's highly recommended. It's a good install. You can get one for under $100 on eBay. I've seen them. Me personally, I got mine from Rudy's Diesel. I think mine was like $100 or 110, but it's highly recommended. It's a great mod to do your truck for under $100. Just take, you know, a couple hours out of your Saturday, Sunday on the weekend, and just take this all off on top and do it. Okay, so coming in at number 2, and I don't even think I can be able to get this one. Nope. Man, I really hate that. Let me see. Nope. Okay. Coming in at number 2 is going to be a rail plug. Okay. Your rail plug is pretty much for your fuel rail system. So what happens is, I'm trying to see if I can get back there. Oh, boom saws. You guys see that? You guys see that plug sticking out at the bottom of your rail plug? Oh, too much. That right there is your rail plug. I installed a rail plug delete, okay? Or I removed the stock relief valve and installed a rail plug, okay? A lot of people are still sketchy, or they're still, you know, that you shouldn't do that. It's an awesome mod. I talked, you guys know about my review video on it. You guys know about my installation video on it. It is a good mod, and best of all, that is going to be the cheapest mod I can list that comes within the $10, or it comes in at $10 and is obviously under $100. Pretty much what you're getting out of that is you're not going to starve your fuel rail, will not starve your fuel injectors when you're pretty much getting on your truck. So when you start getting up to 3,000 RPM and you start noticing, you feel like it's kind of topping out. Yeah, the part of it is because of the limiters you might have set on the engine, like from tuning, but another part of it is that your relief plug is pretty much pulling back fuel to the injectors. Now you might be saying, well, why do I need, isn't that good? Like, I don't want to blow my injectors up. No, it's not good. Reason being is because your injectors need that fuel. They need that fuel because it's trying to make more power. It's starving it, so your power curve is going to be real funny around 3,000 RPM. If you got a stock truck and you get on it and you get that initial burst, and then it kind of feels like it's falling off towards the higher you get up, yeah, that's your relief valve doing that. You put a rail plug in, you're going to get it continuously. You combine that rail plug with an air dog or a fast lift pump, and actually BD just came out with a new lift pump, and I'm actually curious to see people running those. If you combine that, like I said, the rail plug with a lift pump, you're sitting pretty. You're good. Your injectors are going to be happy. I won't say your injection pump, because that has nothing to do with your injection pump, but your injectors will be happy. Okay, $10. I got mine, I think, for $12.99 on Rudy's Diesel. It's no crap, a aluminum like plug. Okay, and then you just take out the old one, put the new one in. I have a video showing how to do it. Super simple, highly recommended. Okay, so let's see, last but not least, oh yeah, you already know it. All right, CCV delete kit. All right, now I'm not gonna pop open my cap or pop open my valve cover and show y'all, but I highly recommend y'all check that video out. It's like one of my very first videos I put out on YouTube. Okay, long story short, actually, you know, let me get my stand so I can show you guys real good. Oh, much better. I gotta get me a step, man, because now that I lifted the truck, it's so hard to see up in here in the engine. So y'all see that plug coming out with the little clamp on it, that guy right there? Okay, so originally there is a hose that will run from here into there, or into that. What that is, and it sounds so bad, and it sounds horrible. Like, I don't know who came up with this idea, but it is bad. Okay, what it's doing is all the fumes, your engine generates fumes. Okay, gasoline engines, or diesel engines, they generate crank vent, like crank fumes. Okay, it's natural. Problem is, emissions, EPA, all that BS, they don't want it going out into the environment and into the atmosphere. So the best thing they came up with, and when I say they, I mean, you know, Cummins and whoever else does it, they just rerouted it into the turbo. They're like, oh, well, you know, we can just put it in the turbo and it'll just kind of cycle back in the engine. It won't hurt it. But what happened is, and I wish I kind of want to take my intake elbow off, but I don't want to at the same time. What happens is it throws sludge back into your turbo. So when I changed out when I was doing, for instance, my Mishimoto intercooler, or when I was putting this cold air intake on, you could, when I took off the housing and I looked inside the turbo to check for like turbo shaft play, you could see the sludge that was like going, the oil and the fumes and the grease that was going into the turbo. Just not good for it, like 100% not good for it. This can be a $9 mod, or this can be a $40 mod. Why do I say that? Because if you do the $9 route, which everybody should do, all you're doing is getting a heater hose, and you're gonna wrap the heater, you're gonna run the heater hose from there, and you're gonna just run it along your frame wherever you want. Usually people run it down to the side of the frame down there, and you're gonna run it down and just let it vent out. You know, you might get a couple drips of oil every couple weeks or something. It's not no crazy piston oil amount, but that is the cheap $9 route. The $30, $40 route is going to be if you get the kit like this guy with the little filter breather on it. But I don't know if you can tell, but on my filter, it's not clogged yet, but it's starting to get there. Definitely don't want it to be all nasty and gunked up though. So I highly recommend this. Okay, now on top of that, what they did on the 6.7, and I don't know if the 5.9s have it, but I know for sure ours has it, the 6.7 Cummins, they installed a crankcase filter that sits underneath this valve cover. Okay, so if you get that Perform service light on your truck, like if you got a 3rd gen 6.7 like me, if you get a Perform service light, or if you got a 4th gen and you get a Perform service light or a crankcase code popping, it's because that filter in here underneath this valve cover is getting clogged. So what that means is, not only do you recycle oil into your turbo, old grease, fumes, and just crap you don't need in there, you're also containing all that exhaust pressure, all that fumes and crank gases and stuff is being contained within your engine. I mean, I didn't blow, but my valve cover gasket is leaking because I waited for that to happen before I decided to do this. I should have did it a long time ago. If anything, this is the first mod you should be doing if you own a 6.7 Cummins and you get one pre-owned. If it's not done, do it. Save your turbo, save your engine, okay? Let that crap just go out in the atmosphere. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing, okay? But yeah, so that's my experience in terms of top 3 mods for under $100 with a 6.7 Cummins. You guys let me know what you think. I personally think these are nice mods to do to your truck. They don't cost a lot, they're inexpensive, and they're actually not even hard to perform in terms of installing. So who knows, you know? Let me know down in the comments below what y'all think. You guys think your top 300 mods are. I'd like to hear what you guys have, because you guys might have a top 300 mods that I don't even have done in my truck yet. I know I don't have the Quadzilla boost, or I don't have a boost fooler yet. I still want to get one of those. So absolutely. So like I said, you guys, that's gonna do it. That's how I feel about my 6.7 Cummins. I personally, especially that last one, man, I'm telling you guys, that last one, do it, okay? If you got a 6.7 Cummins and you have not done it, do it. The only thing that I have to say about the CCV delete is that if you're going to do it, in my video, I just cut the filter out and take out all the paper and crap. In all honesty, you don't even have to do that. You just take the filter out and throw it in the garbage. Okay, I'm actually, so when I get my heater hose, because I am going to run a heater hose, when I get the heater hose, I'm going to run the heater hose down the frame, and I'm going to take off the valve cover. I'm just going to pull out the piece that I gutted out, and I'm just going to throw it in the trash, because you don't need it. You really don't. Just let it do its thing, let it just breathe, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, like I said, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos and checking out the channel, for the comments, the subscriptions, everything, man. Thank you guys so much. I'm so appreciative of it. Like I said, please do me a favor, leave that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, because it helps out tremendously. Okay, I'm trying to get 2,000 followers. I'm trying to get the view count up. We're doing good. You guys have recommendations on stuff you want to see, let me know, because I'm all about it. And I mean, I've made videos already so far that people requested. I still got some more I got to make that people requested, and you know, it's all time, man, time based. Another thing too is, if you're wondering, you know, where are the performance mods? Like, where's the turbo? Where's the injectors? You know, stuff like that. It's coming. it's coming. This stuff now, check it out now. It's a project build, it's a build, not a flip it and turn it overnight type thing. So it does take time. I'm sure whoever has a regular job, we all know why it takes time, because of money. Okay. No, I do not get paid by YouTube. No, I don't get sponsored. This is all out of my pocket. Everything you see on this truck I paid for, my own money, and that was it. Okay. So it takes time. It's a time process, and also when you rush it, you take the fun out of it. You take the fun out of it because you can't see your truck evolve over time, long terms. If you just take out 20 G's and go get all this done to your truck at one moment, you kind of take the fun out of it, in my opinion. I like to enjoy stuff. I like to cherish stuff. Since I've started the YouTube channel and started working on my truck, man, I'm telling you, like, I feel a different type of way towards my truck. Like, I look at my truck and I'm like, man, I can't even like think about selling it, because before I started getting into it, working on it seriously like I am now, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe last year I was kind of like thinking about selling it and getting like a 6.7 Power Stroke because of their transmissions, but I was like, let me hold on to her, because she hasn't done wrong to me, and I'm glad I did, because it's paying off. The engine's awesome, the truck's awesome. I don't care what crap people say about 68 RFEs. It's a good truck. She's my baby. She rides good, and she gets the job done. It's the reason why people go after Cummins all the time, because we last the longest. All right, I don't see a Duramax million mile club. I don't see a Power Stroke million miles club. I see a Cummins million mile club. So with that being said, y'all take it easy. Until next time, y'all have a good week, a good night, a good day, whatever time it is where you're at, and y'all be safe.